How was life before moving to Michigan?
How was life
Mm-hmm.
when we lived in Georgia?
Yes.
Awesome. Beautiful weather, peaceful, not so hectic, not so chaotic.
When moving back to Michigan, what were some obstacles you had to go through?
Finding a home, finding a different job where I had to, because I couldn't transfer. Um, Getting you guys enrolled back in school.
Did you want to move back to Michigan?
No.
Looking back, how do you feel about your obstacles?
Um, they were challenging, but I got through them. It's encouraging, and knowing that you can pick up and settle in somewhere else is definitely a challenge, but once you get it done, you feel accomplished.
What was the reason for moving back to Michigan?
Take care of grandma. She didn't want to relocate and move to Georgia, so we had to come here.
How did you feel about moving back to Michigan?
I did not want to. I tried to get around it, but we had to do it.
Were you afraid to move back, and why?
No, I wasn't afraid to move back because I'm from here. If I was afraid of anything, it would have been going backwards instead of continuing to move forwards. But typically, no, I was not afraid. I'm from Michigan.
When you were about to move, did you go to anybody seeking advice?
Yes.
What advice did they give?
A few people said not to go and just try to work it out and try to convince grandma to move away. And other people said, grandma was more important and her health and safety was more important. So that's why we moved back. But now she wants to move away.
After receiving that advice, were you ready to leave?
No, I still didn't want to go back to Michigan.
What test did you go through while going to Michigan?
What, who?
What test did you go through while going to Michigan?
Didn't really have too many tests. The only tests or trials I had was, like I said, finding a different position where I could provide for you guys and making sure income didn't stop, and then finding a home in a nice neighborhood.
What were some major setbacks trying to move?
Financial. Financial would probably be the biggest. You know, I invested a lot of money into our home in Georgia, and coming back and finding a house that I'm paying more for with less house and less amenities. So definitely was more so financial because it's more expensive. The houses here are more expensive.
How did these setbacks make you feel?
Discouraged, depressed,